tell me what your name is.
Meredith.
Meredith what?
Meredith Elaine.
Webb. Meredith Elaine Webb.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Meredith E. Phillips, and I think we're gonna finish the outline for this book in this vlog. That's the goal. I have one act left to go, and I think I can finish it in 3 days. The last several days I haven't done any work on it because I had my family in town. My parents were here, my brother, my aunt were all here, and we had a really nice time together. We haven't, the five of us have not been in the same room in 10 years. So I've seen like all of them individually at various points, but all five of us together hasn't happened since 2015, Christmas of 2015. So that was very exciting to have everybody all back together. Yeah, we had a good time. We ran around to some Texas historical sites. We had some barbecue. It was a good time. Everyone headed home earlier today. It's Monday I was about to say the 11th. No, it is not. It is Monday the 18th. We took my brother down to the airport this morning, and then I've just been like, he was in our guest room, so I was like washing the sheets and, just sort of like resetting things. I did a grocery list for later today. I gotta go to the grocery store. But for now, it's a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm gonna try to get back into this so I can make some progress with this outline. If you've been following along, or if you haven't, I'll put the link to the playlist for this little outlining series below. But I am trying to finish the outline for the new Regency romance that I would like to write. What is going on? Jade, it's bedtime. Go night nights. Jade is supposed to be sleeping, but you can see she is not. She was, with all the, people here over the last couple days, she hasn't done her none of her routine stuff has happened. And so she's just a little like, I don't know. She's been okay, like behavior wise, but I can tell she's just like, what is going on? So she's just, well, it'll take a couple days for us to really get back on track. Anyway, it'll probably take me a couple days to get back on track too. But I'm in the 4th act of outlining this Regency romance, and I'm very excited. I was thinking earlier today, I'm like, I finished Act 3, the scene by scene breakdown for Act 3 last week, and that's where I ended before all the family stuff started going on. And I had just ended at like the 3rd act breakup, all is lost, dark night of the soul, like all those kind of moments. And so I really like this 3rd act. It's not even a breakup. It's not that they're breaking up. It's just that they have two seemingly incompatible goals, desires, wants. And so they're struggling through like, how do we make this work? And so anyway, so I'm really excited. I think it's good. I really like the tension that's being created, and hopefully for a reader, it'll be like, what can happen to make things work out in the end? Because it's a romance. We know they're going to end up together. But the question that you're asking as a reader, as you're reading, is how is it going to work out? Because a good romance, it shouldn't be super obvious. There should be some obstacle that is making things difficult for your main couple, right? So anyway, I think it's good. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about a lot of the scenes in this 4th act. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, get my documents pulled back up. I may take a few minutes to like reread portions of the stuff I wrote down for Act 3 just to sort of like get back into the gist of the story. But then I'm gonna see how much I can get done today in Act 4. After I'm done with Act 4, the scene by scene outline will be done. I have a few other little things I want to do before I send it to my agent, but we'll talk about all that when we get to it. So for now, let's go back over here. I haven't used this computer hardly at all in the last like 4 or 5 days. So let's get everything pulled up and see what we can do. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. I've gotten to scene 6. I haven't done anything with that one, but that's where I am. At the moment, this act has 12 scenes, including the epilogue. So I'm about halfway done. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I really like this. I really like this. I feel like there's so much angst in the end. So I'm really excited to write this. Yeah, I think it works. I think it works. I'm going to be pissed if this ending doesn't work. For now, I'm going to finish. I'm just going to be done for today. Get some other stuff done around the house. And we'll come back to this tomorrow, Tuesday, and hopefully not finish it up tomorrow, but make some more progress so we can finish it by Wednesday. I'll see you then. Hey everyone, I don't want to alarm you, but I think I can finish this right now. I got up this morning, you saw me working. I just was like schmoving through these scenes, okay? I'm on scene 9. I have one little piece left of scene 9 to fill in. And then I really just have like 3 more scenes after that. A lot of these scenes, like I just have it so clear in my head and it's just right there. So it was really easy to write out all the little pieces. And then also in some of the end scenes, okay, like if you go back to the video where I talked about the scene by scene breakdown, one of the pieces in that template at the very end is like what twist or reveal are you going to have at the end of that scene to push the reader to go to the next scene? What's going to propel them to keep reading? But at the end of the book, everything is being wrapped up. So there's not like shocking new information or some big twist and, oh my gosh, that's not usually what's happening exactly at the end of a book, or at least not in a romance. Sometimes there is, I guess. But anyway, so some of this is like, I'm in the grand gesture section right now, and it's like there's no real twist necessarily, or especially in these like the last scene, there's not really a huge amount of conflict. It's just sort of their happily ever after moment, right? So it's just fun. It's just cute, and you can see them together and see the conclusion of their, all the problems have been solved and all that kind of stuff. So some of these little bullet points, like who's the opponent in the scene? Like there's not really an opponent during the grand gesture, at least not for this one. So it's 4:30 at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish this up. And then I'll be done. I still want to tweak. I still want to do some little tweaking. We'll go back through it and, fix up a few extra little things. But for the most part, it'll be done. So let's go ahead and get going. Guess who's done? It's me. I'm done. Basically, I finished the scene by scene outline. How many scenes did I end up with? I don't even know. Hold on. Wait, now I gotta check. There's 12 in Act 4. 12 in Act 4, 13, 11 in Act 2. 48 scenes total. Now let's see Celia POV versus Henry POV, because that was another question. Okay, Celia, I have 23, and Henry, I have 25. It's not the worst split of all time. I don't love that. I'll go back through. There's one section here. Hold on, when I was scrolling, Henry had 3 scenes in a row that were all from his POV. I don't have time to mess with it right now, but here's the next step. I am going to go back through this, read through the whole thing, see if there's anything I want to tweak. I want to go back to the original brain dump document. Don't just let me do this, okay? I know there were some little pieces, not like full scenes or anything, but little like, oh, like this little kind of thing could happen, or this little kind of thing could happen. Like just a little, like little moments, not scenes, just little moments that I really liked, but I don't know where it fits in here or if it can fit in here. So I want to go back through that, fiddle with adding in some little details. There are some pieces in these scenes where I haven't filled in certain blanks. I don't have to. It's not an assignment, but if I can think a little more about it, it might help give me better direction within the scene when I go to write it. So that's the next step, just going back through it one more time, checking for completeness. And then what? Then it's basically time to prep it to send it to my agent, which will be very exciting. But we'll talk more about that because I do have several things. I'm going to send her so much stuff. Apologies in advance, but I can't help it. I can't help it. Some of this needs context, okay? That'll be woven into the narrative, but it's not in the outline. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, okay? She doesn't have to look at everything. We'll get to that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow, okay? So I'm very happy with this. I really love this story. I feel like every story I've worked on since Twice Married, I feel like every time I go in to do like a new outline, new characters, the whole thing, I feel like I'm more confident in the project during these opening stages. So like, I feel really good about this outline. Is it perfect? I mean, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Who knows? But I really love it. I just feel like it's really solid. I feel like I've answered so many questions up front. I'm excited to get my agent's feedback on it. I'm excited to write the first draft. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love a first draft. I love a first draft. This is like my favorite thing to do. It's so fun to see all these scenes that you've only had in like outline brain dump format become an actual thing. I love that. So I'm really looking forward to writing this, and I'm really looking forward to this, like just getting to do this story. It's so fun. I just feel like there's so many fun elements in this. How many times did I say fun in that last little section? Let me cut this off. I need to go get dinner ready, but I'm feeling very confident and very good about the place that this is in. I feel more confident in this here than I ever did in the outline for Twice Married or the outline for Rogue's Guide or any of those other projects. So I'm very happy about it. I'll see you tomorrow when we zhuzh this whole thing up to send to my agent. Did you enjoy the window without the towel? Listen, I was too embarrassed to leave it there when my family came to visit, so I took it down. I was anticipating a lot more barking because the last time we didn't have it, they couldn't handle just like looking out the window. Anyway, they've been good. It's been good. So I'm like, okay, we'll leave it off. And I also was thinking too, like you can get that cling film like I have literally in my office that's just like frosted or whatever. Why didn't I do that 3 years ago? It doesn't matter. Anyway, hi. I've done my little dishes, emptied the dishwasher for the day. I'm gonna head back to my office once again and finish reading through the outline, and then try to compile or start to compile stuff to send to my agent. Am I gonna send her entirely too much stuff? Maybe, but she doesn't have to look at everything. She can have a smorgasbord of materials. About a year and a half ago, I did an outline critique with an editor that like I paid for and everything. And I'll link the video review I did of that below, where I did some sort of video talking about it. Anyway, I'll link it below if you're interested. Jade, get out of there. Get out of there. Thank you. But I think what I'm gonna do is basically do the same thing. I sent that editor the outline, but then she also accepted like supplemental materials to make sure the outline was intelligible. And so I'm gonna do basically the same thing. I'm gonna pull up all those documents I sent that editor and just redo them with the new story information. So I'm gonna get started on that. As I was reviewing this morning the outline, like I said yesterday, I wanted to read through it, add some more details, all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking, you know, I can add more details like after I've sent it to her, because the basic story stuff isn't gonna change. And I really want to get that to her because I don't know how long she's gonna need to go through it, because surprise of the century, I am not the only client she has. So she has like a regular job also. So anyway, I want to have it to her so that we can start the clock on that. I just have no idea. Like, are we looking at 2 or 3 weeks? Are we looking at a month or two? I don't know. I also don't know what I'm doing like while she has it. So what I can do once she has it is add in little details, tweak a few little things here and there. So anyway, I'm going to get started on all of those agent materials. I think what I'm going to do actually is work on some of the supplemental documents. So let's get going. I'll go back here and tell you what all I'm going to do. I've pulled up I have a whole folder with the materials I sent to this editor. There are 6 separate documents. Leave me alone. This is just what I did, okay? I am nothing if not thorough. All right, so obviously one of them is the outline. It's massive. I forget how, her limit, this editor's limit was 10,000 words. So it's like right there at 10,000 words from what I remember. Other things I have in here. I had a 1-page character profile for each of the main characters that was just like, here's their basic personality, a little like inspo picture. I forget what all I had in here. Like their goal, motivation, the conflict, the stakes, their emotional wound, things like that. So just sort of like to give a general overview of the character. I also had a document, I think this was only about a page long, where I had historical information. So, and I definitely want to do this because there's a very specific historical incident that I took as like the main inspiration for this story. I also want to detail out a specific aspect of the clergy at the time, because my main hero character is a vicar in the story, and there's like a way that the story works out at the end that relies on knowing a certain thing is possible within the church at the time. I don't know if that's enough. Another question for me, I don't know if that's still a thing, actually. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It was a thing at this time, and I want that to be clear so that the story makes sense. So I'll do that. I had a very quick little character cheat sheet to say, like, you know, here's all the named characters in the outline, and here's who they are in relation to the main characters, just in case it's getting lost in the sauce. You have a quick reference sheet. And then I also did a calendar and like timeline of events. I definitely want to do that too, so that it can be really quickly obvious, like this is the, you know, how things are lining up in terms of the calendar, and hopefully I got it all correct, you know. That's all what I had. I'm going to take these documents and just make them the template for how I get her all this information. So somebody asked this actually in a comment on one of the previous vlogs here recently, asking, am I just going to send the like scene by scene breakdown as the outline? No, I'm not. I'm going to basically like summarize what I'm having happen in each scene. So it's a little more of a narrative story, prose-like version of the outline. So I'll show you all of that when I get to it. Let me go ahead and what do I want to do first? Maybe the character profiles. Those are kind of fun and easy. I should probably do the outline first. The outline takes a little bit of like head knowledge. Oh man. Maybe the calendar. I don't know. What should I do first? Let me start with the calendar. I think that'll be easiest. And then we'll go from there. Jade, I think you're gonna have to get up, little girl. I think you have to get up, little girl. Aw, I'm sorry. You're so cute. But I think you have to get up. Do you want to go get a snack? Do you want a snack? Oh, you do want a snack? Okay. Okay, I'm about halfway done with this little timeline document, but it's 5:15, almost 20 after 5. I need to get dinner started. So I'm gonna pause this for a second, go do dinner, and then I'm gonna try to get back here this evening to at least just finish this out. This is not hard, and I'm not adding a ton of information on each of these points. I'm highlighting like the main thing that happens in each scene. So if you were just to read this timeline of events document, the story I don't think would make like a huge amount of sense. You'd be like, why are they doing this? How are they doing that? You know, so anyway, but it's just supposed to be for reference so that you can see how everything is lining up date-wise. Okay, so anyway, dinner time, and then we'll be back to this later. Okay, it is 7:30, almost exactly. I finished the little timeline of events. It was very quick, like, you know, again, just bullet point quick list, so that wasn't hard. I think I'm going to do the historic details next. I really only have 2 things I think that I want to make sure are clear. Yeah, and then I don't know if I'm going to finish that tonight. I'm pretty tired, but we'll at least get started on that piece. And then I was supposed to end the vlog today, but I think I'm going to extend it through tomorrow. I'm sorry, what? I think I'm going to extend it through tomorrow. Can you say that one more time?
I think I'm going to extend it through tomorrow.
What was... Okay, listen. It's Meredith from Thursday checking in. I don't know what Meredith from Wednesday was actually thinking. But we're not going to be vlogging Thursday to include in this vlog to then post tomorrow. The audacity. I think I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I think my thought was I would like finish stuff today and then the vlog would have a little more of a like conclusion to it. I'm not going to finish today. So that's hilarious. I'm going to blame evening brain on whatever the heck that was. So I am going to end the vlog here. Thursday, Meredith knows what's going on. Real quick before we end here, I do want to make note that there have been a couple spots open up over on Patreon for that 3rd tier where you get a 10-page critique of your choice. So if you're interested in that, there's some spots open there at the moment. Go check that out. The link is in the description. I'll be back next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to post the next video on Tuesday or Friday next week. We'll see how things pan out. We might be going back to Friday videos at this point. We'll see. But for now, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button. I usually post videos on Fridays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.